Hello, I'm Andrew, aka Quasi from Quasi's Bell Tower.
And this is your brother Brian from Brother Ryan Discoveries, and we're here at Buried Acorn Brewery with our new friend
Tim.
Cheers.
So we're hoping, Tim, that we could take a little bit of tour. Is that possible?
Yep.
So we can do that today. This is our first time at a brewery, surprisingly. And this will probably be going up before we hit our 100th episode too, also.
Might as well.
So we are here in Syracuse at the Buried Acorn, sorry. Okay. And we're gonna finish these and then go take a tour. So here we are again in the Buried Acorn Brewery. So Tim, we got some questions for you. How long have you been doing this? Or how long has the company been in business?
Oh, so we started, we opened in June last year, so we opened in June of 2018. We got this building about 3 years ago and started building this brewery out. We put in a 20-barrel brew house, and we have 5 40-barrel tanks and 2 20-barrel open fermentation tanks, which we do our kind of funky wild sour beers in. And then we put in a pyramid stack of 50 wine barrels that we do age our beer in. But all of our standard ales, like our IPA and stout, like you guys got, all fermented tanks. So Buried Acorn is myself and my brother-in-law. We own it. We started it as the idea of a family. One of the things that we are very passionate about, although it is a small portion of the beer that we make, is barrel aging beer, coaxing flavors through the interaction of microorganisms and oak and the opening time. And it's kind of a way for us to just kind of go back in time and make beer in a way that was before all of this technology.
So here we got our Imperial Stout beer, and we're going to give this a try. Any story behind this one?
Yeah, so pretty standard Imperial Stout. We use about 75% New York State malt. Another thing that we do is we're a farm brewery, so most of our ingredients or the can source them from New York State. We do 1886 malt house out in Fulton, where we get all of our base malt, with a couple of other malts which is in the state we kind of get a little bit from, but they're so close that it's really easy. And then Chimney Bluffs Hoppery, that's where we get a lot of our hops, as well as a couple other spots. But they're also really close to us. You know, get some from Casanova, that place up in here. They got some really beautiful good hops using some of our St. Helens. But this beer, 75% New York State mixed malt, and then the other malts that are in it are some English crystal malts and also English roasted chocolate malt, and also a little bit of malted wheat to give it a little bit more fullness. It's not a full type stout like a really sweet. It's 8% out, 8.3% alcohol, so it's on the lighter side for a real stout. But I think it makes you kind of is also the way it's sort of quenching. It's not heavy. It's more like dry on the palate, finishes, not sweet. Allows the beer to be a little bit more drinkable, as you want to drink a lot of it. Yeah, right. They are. Yeah, it's dark. The head comes out nice and dark. We use a nice roasted one. Yeah, head's like dark. Nice.
No, I can do it. It's one of awesome. Okay, let's try this.
Cheers, guys.
Ready?
Ooh. We don't make a lot of dark beer. A lot of beer. Everybody likes to put in beer.
Yeah, it's very smooth. Sometimes you get these and they're just so heavy, and it's just like, oh, I don't want to drink one, that's it. But
right, 6-7 ounces. You're like, gosh, it's like very sweet. has its place, but we really believe to make a very dry beer because it makes it maybe easier to drink a lot.
Yeah. You can kind of tell that this is definitely New York stuff. You can tell it's really fresh though too.
Yeah.
Definitely tell it's quite fresh.
Tanks, so they're really too far.
Yeah, so you can tell that it hasn't been sitting for very long.
Okay, Tim, what are we trying now?
So this is our beer that we call Lots and Lots Wild. It's a sour IPA. We perform a open fermentation on our open fermentation tanks, and then we use barrel-aged beer to sour it, and then it goes right into kegs and keg conditions. We use a very large amount of hops in the dry hop, and like we would a really big IPA. And so it gets a nice tart version of kind of like apricot-like orange notes from the hops. And as we drink things like this in juice, and so the tartness kind of like gives it a little bit of that tartness. But anyways,
It definitely has a lot of that in the smell.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it definitely has that tartness.
So we blend the beer to kind of have a level of tartness, but not be super braisingly sour. Just kind of have a little bit of acid there to just take the hops in a direction that you can't really do with beer that has no acid.
Gee, this is quite interesting.
It's not bad. It's got what I call like an all-out grapefruit taste. But I know that's mostly the apricot and the hops. But
It definitely it's almost got like that tarty, salty almost. I get like a lot of salt.
Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned that it kind of has a minerally kind of salty quality. You know?
Not bad. And what is it sitting at for alcohol, by the way?
Oh, it's 5.9% alcohol.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Good number.
Not too high there. Drink enough of it.
Okay, so we are here now in the barrel section of your brewery.
Yep, and stacking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's called pyramid stacking. You don't use racks. So once they're in place, they stay in place. We fill them and empty them right in place. While it's a little bit difficult, like to get in and out of the barrels, as opposed to taking a rack down and putting it in there, the barrels really don't like to be moved. When you do move them, it's just they don't like it. The beer sometimes can be more flawed in that way. You have to be careful. But so we do it this way. A lot of wineries do it this way, and it's kind of just a romantic thing. We will probably eventually, as we expand the barrel program in our other building, we'll be making we'll put them in racks. But moving them as little as possible is really good. But as far as cleaning them in place after we're done with the barrel, it does prove to be a little difficult. Anyways, we're gonna sample right off of the barrels. We have these little nails in the barrels where we pull the nail and get a sample that way. We have a little Belgian cork in the bottom where we pull to actually blend the barrel into a blending tank before packaging. So what we do here is to sample all of the barrels. We're only going to do one today because we've had a lot of beer already. But you pull samples from each barrel, and that you want to incorporate into a blend. Try and balancing things like the funky kind of hay mineral character with maybe a tart character from some barrel, or maybe a fruit character from some barrel. And you take those three things, and it really makes a nice, complex, layered, beer, which gives you a little opportunity to just create something that really can't be reproduced, even in the same facility, in the same barrel. Because when the microorganisms do their thing, they do their thing. They go. Sometimes there's a larger proportion of certain microorganisms because some grow faster than others. So the next time you make it, you got to blend it to where you wanted that beer.
Yeah.
That's kind of like where would you? But anyways, we're gonna pull nails and keep drinking.
Okay.
Nice. So this is a beer that we did with Prison City. It's a collaboration. It is Dark Saison. We call it Caroline. We have it on tap right now, but it's actually the non-barrel aged version. We put this in barrels, I don't remember, like maybe 4 months ago, January time? That's 4 months ago, yeah. Now it's been aging with mixed microorganisms. There you are. It has lightened in color, which sometimes happens. But we're looking for, what you get off of here, like just different flavors, right? Cheers.
Yes, cheers. Cheers. It definitely has the barrel smell to it. Like you can tell where that came from. Wow.
And you said this has only been in there for like 4 months.
Yeah, about 4 months. It's probably got about 4 more to go. We're having.
It seems a little young, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a viscosity, almost like a honey-like feeling to the beer.
I get that.
Which is something that we call it sick as mixed fermentation brewers. A lot of the times it will become like stringy. And that's called an exopolysaccharide. And what happens is the yeast then, well, the bacteria makes it, and then the yeast then breaks that down and changes the structure of the beer. It's a really cool way to broaden the kind of feeling, like presence on your palate. It's a texture thing, and it just becomes really sharp after that, which is really nice. And this one is definitely seeing a viscosity that we look for that to pass.
Yes.
It's kind of neat when you catch it because it's like and when it drips, it drips a little bit like sticky, and like no beer doesn't normally do that. And it like sticks to itself. Well, we look for that, and it's hard to catch because it's pretty fleeting. It's only around for like a few weeks. We don't test these barrels like every week. We test them like every month or so to see where they're at. But that is a really neat way thing, and it's created by an organism called Pediococcus, which is a lactic acid producing bacteria, which also produces exopolysaccharides. And Brettanomyces is the yeast that we use that will then break that down into acid and fun flavors that you figure out as you go, right?
Yeah.
But
That's pretty good though. I like that.
Kind of neat. I get a little bit of high alcohol off of this one. Like, it's a little. It's like a little, not burning alcohol. You know what I mean in the aroma.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's like another compound that's kind of stinging my nose a little bit. But so this barrel is very nice. If I were to incorporate this, I would probably, it's going to be a part of like a few barrels, and then you blend those together. This one doesn't have a lot of hay or funk or anything like that. It's a little muted, I think, because of the exopolysaccharide that's kind of sticking it together.
Yeah.
Neat though.
Oh, yes. Definitely, you can tell it's definitely young.
It's got a little cocoa kind of thing, which I'm not sure if that's from the actual malt in the beer or if that's coming from the barrel.
So,
it could be part of the char interacting with the beer. Because they're wine barrels, so they were charred, but not like oak for whiskey barrel, where it's super heavy char. Probably like a medium char. Although they're all sourced from like California, you don't know what type of barrel really it is too easily, but just open them and smell them and say, I'll put this beer in there.
So our next concoction, what's this one called?
So this is called Think Crinkles. It's just a pale ale that we use a puree of tangerine in. So it's our tangerine ale for the summer. It's nice and fruit smell, and we do a really neat little process of caramelizing our wort before we actually boil it. We kind of give it a little burnt sugar kind of flavor. You get like caramelized orange peel, kind of like a little spin on it. It's called Think Crinkles. It's 5.1% alcohol. And it can be available in this purple can. Feel like that was that's a plug, right?
Very nice.
I plugged that. All right, great. But hey, thanks for coming out, guys. It's really fun.
Thank you.
And it's been really like important play. Talking.
I appreciate you taking us to the door and doing this. And this is us signing off from Buried Acorn.
Cheers.